With an urgent need for housing in Syracuse, construction to renovate a nearly 100-year-old landmark into apartments is nearly ready to begin. Joining us now, Allen Foundation Executive Director Meg O'Connell. Meg, always great to see you. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
We last spoke, believe it or not, about this August of last year when you announced the Chimes building project in downtown Syracuse. What's been going on these past 14 months? What have you been doing to get to the point where we can really get in there and start doing the actual construction?
So it has been a race to try and get this project into construction so that we can get these apartments that are desperately needed in the community up and running. So over the last 14 months, we selected first an architect firm to work with us on the redevelopment. We figured out the financing and the capital stack. This building is eligible for historic tax credits, so we've been able to secure those. We've also been working on just getting some other grant equity and funding into the project. We then selected a contractor, Hainer Hoyt, who's ready to go on it. And so that's pretty much what we spent the last 14 months on.
Yeah, there's a lot to do there. We all love to have these projects happen overnight, but they just don't work like that. But construction is starting soon. How soon?
So we were really fortunate and appreciate the partnerships with the city of Syracuse. So we have actually kind of a temporary demo permit to start some of the demolition that we need to do inside the building. So we are able to start on that by the end of this week. If you kind of drive by the site on the back parking lot, you can almost see where there's some work that's already been started on. And then we hope to really go in full force with the redevelopment of the building by mid-November.
How much work would you say there is to do? I mean, they have been a variety of things over the 100 years, and let's just say the last few neglected?
Yeah. Serious neglect. We have some really serious roof issues and water damage that was done in some of the top floors. So the building is going to be completely gutted and renovated. We do have some commercial tenants that will probably stay in the building and will be staying in the building. We have some telecommunication tenants and some first floor tenants. But in general, the entire 12 stories of the building will be completely renovated.
Now, I think this obviously goes and fits perfectly with what the Allen Foundation does and makes this project, to me, a little bit more unique. You'll have basically 4 price ranges for these apartments. What are they, and roughly kind of how many apartments would you figure you're looking at overall?
Yeah, it's this model around mixed income that we've been trying to really promote in the city of Syracuse because we know it appeals to a lot of people. And it also, based on just the waiting list we have for the 26 apartments at the Salt City Market, we know that it's really important to do. So when this project's totally completed, which will be in probably by early 2026, March timeline, we'll bring online 152 apartments. They're going to be from studio apartments to 3-bedroom units. Because we've seen a need for some larger units. Based on the range and size, some of them are going to be as small as 400 square feet, which is the studio. There's only a few of those, and then as large as, a little over 1,100 kind of square feet. And then just like we have at the Salt City Market, the units are going to have a monthly, there's going to be, it's not like a sliding scale. It's definitely just kind of based upon different salary factors and size of the units, but anywhere from $900 a month up to a little over $2,000 a month. And the rents really they kind of just range both on the type and size of the unit, but then also based on this annual income of the tenant who's leasing the unit. Yeah. So it's really important for us to just make sure that we have places and spaces that all people can access that are clean and safe to live.
That might kind of answer my next question. It's probably my last one I'll have time for. I mean, why take on this project and make such a concerted effort to offer these various price points?
So it's not something that a foundation would typically get involved in, but I think after the Salt City Market and we just saw this really beautiful, beautiful historic building across the street that was just so underutilized, and then knowing the housing crisis, especially around affordable units in downtown, I think that we just really felt like if we could figure out a way to be this kind of socially responsible or conscious development, that we should try and see if we can continue to do it. So really excited about it and just so excited to bring back this really historic building that has so much Syracuse pride. Yeah, and continue to grow that area of Salina Street right there with the Salt City Market, now with the hotel across the street. It's great stuff. Meg, I know you always have stuff going on, so hopefully we'll see you again really soon on something. Thanks for being here with us. Appreciate it, Jeff. Thanks so much.